You done? Hey, no rapping. What are we, Rem? Huh? Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. Champy says hello in his best melodious tones. Something AI can't do. Yeah, you know, I think the value of analog actual authenticity, AR, actual reality. I think AI is going to get really exciting. I think AI is going to get really exciting. And there's going to be all sorts of new forms of expression that are super exciting. And then I think there's going to be a parallel shift back to analog and in person and actual reality. I think the value of authenticity goes up. Did you know that the Merriam-Webster word of the year for 2023 was authenticity? Wonder why that could be. Yeah, you know, things like pottery. Corey Sandler, playing in the mud. I think the value of that goes up in this crazy new world we're about to enter. And it's not either or. And there's going to be entirely new forms of art and expression and... Actually, something just hit me. I've been talking about the era that I think we're entering. So I just got published in this book called AI Futures, an anthology, and I have my chapter is called The Great Renaissance Approaches. And what just hit me is that there's this phrase, being a Renaissance man or a Renaissance woman, being a multi-passionate, someone who can express in multiple forms. And what just hit me was, in the Renaissance, to be a Renaissance man or a Renaissance woman, you had to gain skills at all these different things. And that was a very rare occurrence. And I think why I think it's going to be the Great Renaissance is that people having multiple skills at a very high level is going to be commonplace. That's kind of cool. Huh. That just hit me. It's like, are you a Renaissance man? Do you want to be? Are you a multi-passionate? Are you multi-passionate but mono talented? Guess what? You just leveled up. So seriously, Kyle, ever sleep? Nah, I just, I do sleep. And what I do, like how I manage this stuff is I just block it out. I like one of the things that I think is just all too often not true is I don't have time. The phrase I don't have time. I mean, I think there are rare occasions where you are so busy in all of the hours of all of the day that you actually don't have time. And then I think there's the other 95%. Where I don't have time means I haven't committed the time. And so exponential multipotentialism. That's a good one, Lunashtick. There's an article. And there, I think there's this thing about exponential multipotentialism. It's a good heady word. It'd be, you could wrap a whole article around it. And I think that's a big change. I think that's a huge change. We're exiting the world of the specialist and entering the world of the multi-expressive. Fucking Revenge of the Liberal Arts major, man. Dust off those philosophy degrees. Let's fucking go. Welcome, everybody. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. We talk about shit. I'll work on said article. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. Because the Great Renaissance, and by the way, when I say Great Renaissance, if you haven't seen how I write it, there's an AI in the middle of the word Renaissance. So the Great Renaissance is the Great Renaissance. You capitalize those two letters. That's what we're entering. Pretty exciting. Pretty good. I had an idea. I don't know what you want to do tonight. So the way this works is, if you really want to do it, you'll find the time. Yeah, exactly, Steve-O. That's the old I don't have time excuse. Most of the time is I haven't committed to it. Well, what do you mean? I'm really busy and I need to sleep and I need to get my rest. Yeah, how much TV do you watch? If you watch any. I saw a cool TikTok today. This guy was saying, if you put in 18 minutes a day on something for a year, it gives you about 100 hours on that thing. So if you want to get good at juggling or guitar playing or, I don't know, dog whispering, if you put in 18 minutes a day, at the end of a year, you'll be better at that thing than 95% of the people on the planet. So think about how much time the irregulars have been putting in here. We've been doing, I would say, on average, this channel, we're probably averaging 2.5 hours a night. And thank you very much, Megan. There's a fair amount of people that show up here every fucking night, including myself. So we're well above. We are well above the 100 hours mark, a lot of us. Because I know a lot of you are putting in time significantly beyond this channel. This channel's just like your your sleeping pill. Thank you, Ron. Everyone I encouraged GPT to today was negative, sad. Yeah, so energy POCR off t-shirts. I don't know what the fuck your name means, although I assume it means you're selling stuff. the experience of just saying, just showing someone GPTs and expecting them to dig it is increasingly, I'm hearing people are negative to it. I think the only path to get someone to really be able to see what AI is about is to hear what they have to say about why they don't like it, or why they're afraid of it, or why they're angry at it, and really have that conversation first, and really take them in. It's one of the reasons that one of the values in the AI Salon is empathy, is that I think that there's a lot of fear, and as 2024 gets more and more weird, that gap between people that are into it and people that aren't is going to get bigger, because it's going to seem farther and farther away. It's going to seem scarier and scarier. So I think we all have to work on our empathy skills to just listen. Just listen. Yeah, I can see why you'd be scared of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. That makes perfect sense. Huh. Do you know how they work? No? I could tell you. I mean, doesn't matter if you don't want to talk about it. That's cool too, but they don't copy and paste. What do you mean they don't copy and paste? They're stealing people's artwork. Well, it's not really how it works. Are we capitalizing on those two letters? Are we capitalizing those two letters in the Great Renaissance? I did. Here, look. So, so this is the book that Cindy Kuhn's publishing company just put out, that I have a piece in. And there's my mug. Here is that's how I spell it. The Great Renaissance approaches. What 2023 was the new 1995. Oh, hey there, Mark. Oh, hey. So yeah. So if you're interested in this essay, I sort of give the history of my experience with just missing the early days of the PC revolution, just catching the early days of the World Wide Web, and what a surreal trip that was, and then stumbling into this AI stuff and realizing, oh shit, here's another one. So that's what this article's about. So you can find this on Amazon, AI Futures and Anthology. I think there's a link to it in the AI Salon, but I think I've been a bad marketer and might not have put it there. Is that going to be available on Kindle? I assume so. It's part of Kindle. It's part of Kindle publishing, Kindle Direct Publishing. So I assume by default, if it's Kindle Direct Publishing, that you can get a Kindle version of it. And if Cindy Kuhn's in here, I know she's over in the Far East right now. So, but she said, because the other night I said something that was not quite accurate about the book. So she goes, I was listening in from Thailand, and she goes, when you talk about the book, you can say this. I was like, oh, cool. So I know she was popping in here, but anyway, really, really cool. So what I figured we'd do tonight is we can go one of two directions. We haven't done a deep dive into... Oh, wait, I lost my dual camera. We haven't done a deep dive into Chat GPT in a while. And so we could just sort of start at Chat GPT 3.5 and work our way out. Or I was also thinking it might be interesting to have Chat GPT write us a whole bunch of prompts for like 10 images, and then find a couple that we like, and then take the best prompt and generate images across a bunch of different tools, and maybe even then take those images that we generate across tools and take them to a bunch of video tools and make videos. So we can go either way, or we can do whatever. I don't really give a shit. We can do whatever you want to do. Can people really do anything with AI, though? It seems more of a science tool. A shoe? No. Please. Please, yes. Yes. Lay people can do things with AI. That's what this whole channel's about. No. So just time out. I think that's one of the big fears, is that only scientists can do something with AI. I would argue that scientists are going to be the ones that build the foundational models and build a lot of the infrastructure that we'll be able to use. But what Chat GPT represents is real people just using words can make applications, can make images, can make music, can make movies, can do data analysis. So absolutely the layperson can use AI. Like 1000%. That's what this channel's about. That's what the AI Salon's about. You can be super geeky and be part of the AI Salon, but you don't have to be. It's not that kind of crowd. So by the way, if you're curious what the hell I'm talking about, the salon.ai, if you go to the salon.ai, go to that URL, point your browser there, and that will take you to a link tree that looks like this. Hello. And this first link is to the AI Salon community. And when you go there, it'll take you to the Welcome to the Salon page, where you'll see this picture again. A community of extraordinary adventurers exploring the AI unknown. So this is a group that I started with Leah Fasten, professional photographer out of Boston. We started this the week after Chat GPT came out, because we sensed that this was going to be a big thing, AI, and people were going to need community, and they were going to need to figure it out. Poll is live. All right, what's the poll? What poll we got going here? All right, so over there, do I have to do anything to turn it on? I don't think I do. Over in that corner is a angled blue and white piece of paper. It's a poll. You got a minute left. What should we do tonight? Start from the beginning. Image deep dive, custom GPT, more champy, something else. And then you can comment on that. And we got, right now, something else is leading. But just jump into that poll, and we'll let you guys direct where we go tonight. We can talk philosophy if you want to. The last night or two has been hot and heavy on the philosophy thing. Last night it was good. Well, Kyle, if you're talking about improving yourself, what if people from your past think you're an asshole? Well, you know. Shit's gonna happen. I think that person asked something like, have you ever been out of integrity? Or have you ever done anything that hurt someone? I'm like, have you ever not? Are you a robot? 4 seconds left. Get your votes in. All right, 30 votes. Looks like people want to play around with custom GPTs. All right, we can do that. We can dig into that. But an image deep dive is interesting. Well, we can. You know what we can do is we can play with GPTs and dig a little bit into Chat GPT, and then maybe we can flip over and do some image stuff. So, anyway, if you are curious about AI, and especially if you're one of those people that's really curious about it and no one in your life gives a shit, or worse yet, they're like, could you please shut up about AI? I don't care about your stupid AI. Get out of my face. If you experience that conversation more than once a week, this is the group for you. And what I want you to do is come here, read about the salon, read about what we're up to, why we started it, and then what our values are. Things like curiosity and generosity. Like people in this community are sharing what they're learning in real time. Yay to both. Okay, great. That's a really important value of this community. Exploration is one. we want people that are adventurous, not people that are just scared and on the sidelines, right? We want people to step off the sidelines onto the field. Congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers who are heading to the Super Bowl, as are Taylor Swift's team. So congratulations to the football team and the side hobby of Taylor Swift. Oh man. Collaboration is also one of our values. Inclusion is one of our values because everyone's coming from everywhere. Everyone's being impacted by this AI stuff. So everyone's going to be impacted. And then empathy. That was what we were talking about earlier. That really, I think that an increasingly important part of the conversation in the salon right now is, how are people doing? How are you dealing with this? Like, even the people that are super excited about this and have leaned way in and are doing all the stuff are also kind of like, holy shit, this is intense. There's a lot. Even if what is happening to you is really good, like you're becoming a multi-passionate and you've got all these new skills, how do you assimilate that if for your entire life you said, I do this one thing, and now all of a sudden you can do 10 things and you're digging it? How do you process that, right? So I think understanding that people are going through some shit, good and bad, with this is actually really critical. And then if you dig what we're up to, great, come join us. And the first place I want you to go is introduce yourself. Go to the introduce yourself section and do that. And embrace our value of generosity. And tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us what your background is. Where are you with AI? Are you a complete newbie, which is totally cool? You will not be judged here. Or maybe you've been doing this for 15 years. And you're all cynical and bitter because you've been at it for 15 years and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, AI is so cool. You're like, yeah, I was saying that 15 years ago. My buddy Richard Boyd's been in it for 20 years. He's a little pissed off. He's like, yeah, this is what I've been talking about for 2 decades. But what's different is Chat GPT. Chat GPT changed everything. All I see is AI is going to impact so much, and UBI won't be afforded because we'll need some major shift. Yeah, Ashu, I wouldn't let that stop you, right? There's going to be a lot of change. It's going to come quick, but there's also the inertia of business is big and profound, right? So the inertia of big companies mean that things aren't going to change overnight. What it means is anyone who is AI literate in the next 18 months is going to have massive opportunity. And that's what we can control right now. Right, unless you're in government and drafting up UBI proposals, that's out of our control. If you are in that, great, go do that. But in the meantime, get AI literate. Don't let it stop you. This is amazing, but overwhelming that every week everything changes. Cosmic Lover, yes. I'm glad I've put the discipline of showing up here every night in my life, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And 2024 hasn't really started yet in terms of the AI progress stuff. I canceled my Netflix and subscribed to Chat GPT Pro. No regrets, so much better. Peter, that is so fucking cool. So much better value. Awesome. So what Peter just said there, this is I don't have time for AI. Well, cancel your Netflix subscription and put that money towards ChatGPT. Yeah, I would agree. I would argue, Peter, best investment you could make. That $20 for ChatGPT Plus is the best deal in software. It's the best investment anyone can make right now, in my opinion. I'm a software engineer at General Electric Aerospace. Oh, that's super cool, James. One of the things that fascinates me about people who've been, deep in the science world for a long, long time, because listen, AI's been around for fucking ever, right? What's different is generative AI, and what's really different is the simple interface, right? The thing that Chat GPT revealed to the world once again, that is important is interface. And if you do something really simple that people can access, it makes big things different. I'm always curious for people who've been deep in the science world for a long time. Like, how different is it? Like, how different has this last year been because of generative AI versus whatever you've been working on? That's fascinating. So anyway, yeah, I would love to hear what you're up to. Mr. IT, I canceled my direct TV. This is awesome. We're fucking taking down broadcast TV one user at a time here. That's fucking awesome. Oh man, is that the Discord? This is actually we switched from Discord to Mighty Networks. And so think of Mighty Networks as a web-based Discord, kind of somewhere between Discord and Facebook is Mighty Networks. So there's, similar to Discord, there's a bunch of different channels down the left-hand side, grouped into what are called collections. So like the community collection, there's a water cooler chat, there's a show and tell channel, which becomes kind of a jam session during these lives. Ooh, that's really cool. Jack of all trades, master of them all. Who did this? Oh, a human being. That's fucking brilliant. That's it. This is where we're headed. That's so good. That's so good. Jack of all trades, master of them all. That's so good. This is what starts in 2024. Holy shit. That's so cool. The irony is that the age of AI is coming to us through a DOS interface. Yeah, well, that's going to change, Todd. If you looked at the Gemini Ultra demo, even though that was sort of shit on for, they faked a lot of the video stuff, the interface for Gemini Ultra, at least one of the interfaces, is like a big infinite canvas where you can just drop a bunch of objects on them and then interact with those objects. So I think we very, 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 very quickly go from a DOS-like interface into much more intuitive interfaces. Can you say a bit more about the community platform change from Discord, please? Absolutely. So there's a couple of things about Discord that we didn't like. One is, if you're not coming from the gaming community, a lot of people don't know Discord. It's an okay community platform, but it doesn't have things like threaded discussions. So one of the real great frustrations of Discord is that someone would go in and they'd post, like a really important post, and there was no way to effectively pin it. And I know Discord's added some stuff, but the interface for their threaded conversations is shitty. The other thing about Discord here, I'll just leave it like this. The other thing about Discord is it's got a legacy of anonymity. And one of the things that we wanted to do with the AI Salon is have people meet one another, have people get to know one another, the authentic connection. That this isn't about the tools and the technology, this is about the people and what the people are doing with it and how the people are affected and how the people are expressing themselves. A salon, right? A salon is where people get together and exchange ideas. Not one where they get their hair and nails done and exchange ideas, but more like the 19th century idea of the salon, right? Curated conversations around whatever the topic of the day was. Bring in interesting speakers and tee up topics and have those conversations. So that's what the salon is. So part of it was about accessibility. Part of it was about transparency and human connection. And then there's just it's web-based. Mighty Networks is web-based. The problem with Mighty Networks is that it is expensive and one of the options that we had is, do we go to a membership fee to support the salon? And we decided we didn't want to do that. We wanted to make it as accessible as possible. So we're basically just covering that through sponsorships and through donations and things like that. I thought it was the saloon. That's great. There's if you go through show and tell, there's actually a lot of images of people that make the AI Saloon. So you're not wrong. Oh, that's great. Oh, this is really good. Who did this? Mr. IT. I'm an artist. Abracadabra. That's great. Oh, that's really sweet. We are regulars. That's very sweet. The neighborhood of AI. Very nice. The Great Renaissance. Yeah, baby. That's what's coming. That is what's coming. So this is the show and tell channel, and then there's also a news channel. There's an AI tools and resources channel. So this is what we'll go through when we start digging into Chat GPT tonight. This list is, so I sort of really unpack, here's all the stuff I think you should learn in Chat GPT. It's a lot. And then there's lots of different other large language models. There's image generation tools. There's video generation tools, music and audio, 3D, and then people to follow. So this list is one that if you're just getting up to speed, that's in here. And then the other thing that the salon has is guilds. And the guilds are really starting to take on some momentum. So people who are leaders in the community who've stepped up and said, hey, I've got a particular passion, are the ones leading the guilds. So these are sub-communities within the community around education and healthcare and video, and the Pate runs the AI Mechanics Guild. If you want to geek out on the technology side of things, there's a business guild, a writing guild, an art guild, and even a 101 guild if you're just getting started, or not only if you're just getting started, but if you want to help people learn about AI. That's part of Peter Kaminsky's passion in AI 101, is he wants people to come in to learn, but then as they learn stuff, he wants them to then teach. Help! How do we help support the AI Salon? Oh, thank you, Megan. You can DM me. So we set up a mechanism. It's a real pain in the ass right now. We set up a mechanism with Stripe. And then when we did our first sort of batch of, hey, do you want to support the salon? Stripe said, you're doing crowdfunding. And I'm like, no, we've got a community and it's not crowdfunding. And they said, well, we disagree. And so they canceled our account. So I've got to figure out another mechanism to do that. So if anyone has any ideas on that, let me know. I might just end up doing a Patreon page or a crowdfunding something, or I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But you can just DM me. I appreciate that. That's really great. That's amazing. Saloon, AI Saloon. Exactly. Well, Saloon, Salon. I assume that those words, come from similar roots, if not the same one. But yeah, so go check that out. And if you just got here and you're like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about that, the AI Salon, thesalon.ai. And we got a swell new logo. And if you click on that URL, if you go there, it takes you to this link tree. The other way that you can support the salon, the merch store down at the bottom here, any merchandise that's bought with the salon logo on it, that goes, the proceeds of all of that goes to support the salon infrastructure. So anyway, so that's that. All right. I don't like the front door at the salon.ai being link tree. I spent the last 5 minutes bypassing. Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Maybe at some point we'll get someone to help us, make the website. But we just really need it to point. The primary function of this is just to get to the Mighty Network. So we could also just redirect it, I suppose. But I kind of like being able to link out to other things. Like we did this GPT for Good project, where Anne Murphy and myself and then Vicky Baptiste built this website for us. And it's a big old directory of GPTs that were built for nonprofits in 24 hours. 150 of them this community made. Super cool. Anyway, but thank you for the input on that. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'll tell you what, just get to the salon. The salon's really good. Like, it's really good. We are like 70 people away from hitting 1,000, and this thing's only 2 months old. 1,000 members. So jump in. But again, do me a favor. Go read about what we're up to. Read about our values. Make sure this is what you're up to. This is what you're willing to step into if you join, okay? All right. Would love to see how Dolly 3 GPT was built. Yeah, I would like to see that too, although I assume they built the Dolly 3 GPT just like we build GPTs. Oh, that's the other thing you could do is if you want to support this channel, you can subscribe to this channel. Thanks, Brandon. I forgot about that. It's just not obvious that the image is the link to the salon. Just my humble opinion. Oh, okay. Well, I can turn that off. Here, watch. Here's how we do things around here. You get some feedback, you turn that shit off. Edman. Boom. There you go. Done. There you go. Is that better? we don't need fucking committees. You just do shit, people. Build it first. Figure out if it was right second. I'm gonna be a bad influence on you all. Screw strategy. Just build shit. Perfect. Okay, great. Awesome. There you go. Thanks for the feedback. Okay. Anyway, salon. Oh, there's a cool image we made last night. That actually is a really cool image. We were talking last night about the term abracadabra, and it means as I speak, I create. And we're entering an age where we all get to be genies. We get to speak shit into existence. And so, as I was waxing philosophic about that, I just wrote this prompt. A 1971 Chevelle in olive green in front of the Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas with jugglers in the background and blue rubber duckies on the pavement in the foreground with dramatic lighting, I think I said. And it made this image. First image, just put a stupid collection of words together, and out came that. That's pretty fucking swell, I think. Abracadabra. Now that's what I call a responsive service. I don't know if it's better, but wow, love the experiment. Yeah, listen, the reason I had that big image there as that main image is Linktree just added that you can feature one of your links so that it's got a bigger graphic on it. So maybe I could use that same image, but I put a giant arrow that says click here. So people know. Tap here. Oh man. I now have 14 GPTs. I'm on my way. That's great, a human being. That's it. Yeah, the GPTs, if you haven't played with them yet, are really worth playing with, if for no other reason than to understand that a new kind of expression is possible. By the way, everyone, I do not have access still to the new feature of Chat GPT, or I would be playing with it. Let me make sure that I don't, but I don't think I do. Nope. So there's a new feature in Chat GPT that you can call a GPT inside of Chat GPT. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter, because there's probably people here going, I don't even know what a GPT is. What's Chat GPT? Who are you? What are you saying? What are these words? Ready, fire, aim. That's my motto. Exactly, Source Camp. We now have the tools to be able to ready, fire, aim. Because it used to be if you ready, fired, aim and you made a mistake, that you would have to invest 2 months into, putting the thing in the world. And now you can put 2 hours into putting the thing in the world. And if it ends up not being the right thing, fuck it. Flush it down the toilet and put another thing out there. What's the new feature? So the new feature is I can be in a Chat GPT conversation. And I built a GPT, for example, that lets you explore Biden's executive order on artificial intelligence. And so it's built in. So if I were working on a paper or something like that, or, an article, and I wanted to know what was going on there, well, I could go find a site that's got it and download it and upload it and this and that. But I know I've already got that GPT already prompted up to be able to easily do that. So within the context of a Chat GPT chat, you can go at, and then when you say at, it brings up a list of your GPTs or other GPTs you've searched for. And then you can pull them into your chat. So if I'm doing some sort of article about the future of AI and I want to, put some context in there about the executive order, I could invoke my GPT, get my information I need, and then just continue on with the conversation. And that conversation knows all of what's possible. So you can put multiple GPTs inside a Chat GPT conversation. Now, from what I understand, it's janky and weird. It only works on your GPTs or GPTs you've searched for. You can't make a GPT with calls to other GPTs in them yet. Which, whatever, it's just weird, complicated stuff. But this idea of having specialty agents within your conversation, OpenAI is training us for how to deal with the next version of ChatGPT it's gonna be good at reasoning, and it's gonna have agents in it. And agents are autonomous little helpers that do stuff for us. And so prompting is gonna get really weird where just everything's gonna change. So it doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about that now. But anyway, I have the new GPT feature, but didn't play with it today. Oh, TK. TK, you've got all the GPTs to play with it. I know. It's one of those features, TK, and maybe you experience this too, where I'm a little reticent to play with it because it makes my head hurt thinking of like use cases of when and how I'd actually use it, right? Because one of my pet peeves is lead with the technology, right? Well, there's a new feature, so let's use the new feature. Well, what are we doing with it? What are you trying to do with it? I always like to start with what am I trying to do with it? So I don't know right now what is the use case that it would make good sense to have that within it. So anyway, I build AI personas, and adding them into GPT is making some interesting things. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it's really good. I'm like ready, aim, Papa J. Yeah, there's the ready, aim people and the ready, fire, aim people often kind of clash, and I think it's going to be an interesting 2024 for that very reason, because there's going to be a lot of people that ready, fire, aim, and the aim people are going to be like, could we do a little planning first? It will be fascinating. 2023, the last normal year. Mark, you heard it here first or second. GPT-4 can handle up to 5 of my personas at once, at one time, without hallucinating. That's super cool. And how are you getting the GPT? How are you getting the personas in your GPT? You're uploading them as PDF documents? I'm curious how you're doing that. Mr. IT got the feature. Well, of course, you all got the feature because you all know that Sam is jealous of me, so he gives me things later than other people. I have lived my life by ready, fire, aim, and have had a heck of a ride. Yeah, it's fun. Because in the end, it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? I build AI personas. Oh, yeah, we did that one. I have a new Chat GPT feature, but didn't play with it. I cheat. I load the text file first and then start to play around. Oh, that's cool. Well, the reason it probably starts to hallucinate after 5 is they probably blow out of the top of your context window. So what you might want to try, Windrider, is put all 5 personas in a single PDF, and rather than just pasting it in, or you said you did it as a text file? Can you give the syntax of how to call an AI? 101 on personas. Oh, wait. Okay. So how you call GPTs with the new feature is you type the @ symbol, and when you type the @ symbol, it brings up a list of your GPTs. I don't have it, so I've just seen videos of it. Personas, here, let me show you. So I've created a new product for my company, Storyvine, where we're building personas. So the first thing we do is we create a persona framework. And so the persona framework is, oh, thank you very much, Robert Rossi. That's beautiful. Good Lord. Wow, that was beautiful. The persona framework is like, what's the person's name? What's their educational background? What's their, family background, their social background, their medical, whatever it might be. So you can create different personas depending on, the kind of people that you want to represent. The good news is that ChatGPT is really good at creating personas. Then you can have ChatGPT create a bunch of different people by filling in that persona framework. So you can say, so let's first, dial in the persona framework. And now I want you to fill out that persona framework for these 20 kinds of people. I want 20 kinds of people with varying backgrounds, but who are all interested in buying this particular kind of product. Or in the case of Storyvine, I'm doing this for healthcare, that might be a patient or a doctor, right? And so, that have certain kinds of backgrounds. So then we build that, and then what we're doing is we're bringing those personas to life, right? So we're having ChatGPT describe them, we're bringing them to life in illustrative styles, and then we're using animation tools to do this.
Hi, I'm George Miller. My life's always been about simple pleasures, cooking my catch of the day and enjoying the quiet of the country. There's nothing like the peace of fishing at dawn or the aroma of a home-cooked meal.
Apparently George has had a few too many home-cooked meals. But anyway, here's George's doctor.
But when I was
Hello, I'm Dr. Emily Park. As an endocrinologist specializing in diabetes, my approach goes beyond traditional treatment. I'm deeply committed to empowering my patients.
So anyway, so that's personas. And then you don't have to take them as far as we're doing it here, where we're actually bringing them to life. You can just take the text personas, and then you can put them into a Chat GPT. You can even do it for yourself. You could write a whole persona for yourself, put that in your custom instructions. So if you don't know what custom instructions are, you could either do this by building a GPT, or let's say you don't have access to Chat GPT-4 yet. You're just in Chat GPT 3.5. There's a thing called custom instructions, which if you don't know about it, it's under your name. Go to custom instructions, and then you can talk about who you are, and you can talk about how you want ChatGPT to respond. So you could put in a little persona of yourself. Here's my name. Here's my educational background. Here's my, family history, or whatever you want it to be, right? Whatever you think is relevant to how, like let's say you want to do something around sociology, and you want this to give good advice around sociology. And you give all sorts of relevant background, and then you can also say to ChatGPT, how do you want it to respond? So when someone asks a question, what do you want the response to be? Oh, well, I want you to always, respond in the first person as if you're, Kyle Shannon, and I don't know, only ever use bullet points or never use bullet points, things like that. I found creating custom GPTs extremely helpful on training to use Zapier automations. Zapier automation tools step by step. I found creating custom GPTs extremely helpful on creating training to use Zapier. Oh, on creating training. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, very, very, very cool. That's great, Drew. Sherry D. I've been accused of jumping and then looking for a parachute. Did you guys watch that one? It was a Red Bull thing where the dude jumped out of the plane with no parachute and landed in a fucking net. It's like, there's Daredevil, and then there's like, no. He did it, though. It was amazing. Crazy crazy. Thank you, Sherry D. Or answer as your champion. Yeah, what did I put here? I put, I'm the CEO of a comedy club, and I can't take anything seriously, but I'm absolutely committed to making everyone laugh in every interaction, right? And then no matter what someone asks you, always make sure that you respond with humor and puns and a New York comics edge. Even when writing business correspondence, your goal should be to make someone smile no matter what news is being delivered. So if I save this, my Chat GPT will now act like that. So I can say, please write me a letter telling an employee they are fired. That's horrible. Hey there, I hope you're sitting down because I've got some news that's going to be tougher to swallow than a mouthful of hot sauce at a chili eating contest. You know, it's not that often I get to deliver news like this, but here goes. After careful consideration and a lot of soul searching, well, maybe not that much, we've decided to part ways professionally. Yep, you're getting the boot. But before you start looking for the cardboard to pack up your desk, so that's actually what's interesting is I'm going to copy this prompt. So that's ChatGPT 3.5. Let's see if ChatGPT 4 is more nuanced. I assume it will be. I'm always impressed with ChatGPT. Dear employee, subject, you're standing up for your last set at the comedy club. That's pretty good. Hey there, I hope this finds you well, or at least as well as one can when they're about to read their own comedic exit cue. Drum roll, please. You're officially being promoted to an audience member. Oh my God, that's so good. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had some laughs, but that time you blank, classic. But like a stand-up who's run out of material at an open mic, it's time to drop the mic, or in your case, the day job. Wow. So there you go. So you can persona the useful version of this could be, let's say you've got a really strong background in, I don't know, marketing strategy, right? So you could put in your custom instructions, what your background is, and that you always want it to be an amazing brainstorming partner. And you can turn ChatGPT into a marketing brainstorming partner. Now, the need for custom instructions just got obliterated by GPTs. So what GPTs are, if you don't know, is they are customized versions of ChatGPT that have a specific role. So I'm trying to think. Let me go look at my GPTs. Let's see if I've got one here that's... Like, here's one, a bespoke furniture designer, right? Let's say you've got a furniture design business. I'd like a post mid-century modern Gothic throne, please. What an intriguing combination. Materials, color scheme, size and functionality, decorative details. Let's see. Can I see an example? Friendly reminder to name and describe your GPTs with SEO in mind. Absolutely. Also use hashtags in your description. A lot of the descriptions I've seen have been quite long. There's a lovely mid-century Gothic throne. I'm having this built for my man cave. But, think if you had a furniture design business and you put together a design tool like this, you can share this GPT with your customers and say, hey, play around all you want. Come up with ideas if you want to do custom furniture. And if you've designed something that you really like, send it my way and I'll give you a quote to build it or let you know if it's possible to build it. Is it possible for GPT to react to text or verbal communications with a live GPT? I don't know what you mean with a live GPT. You can talk to it. So on your iPad, if you've got an iPad or an iPhone or Android, and you download the official Chat GPT app. So you need to be careful in the iPhone store and in the Android store. There's a lot of apps that are fakers that are out to steal your money. There is one app from OpenAI. That's the one. Don't get the other ones because you'll be pissed off because they'll have taken your money and you're like, live in real time. I think I know what you're talking about. So if I go to the ChatGPT app, so there I am, and then I'm going to go to one of my GPTs. So I'll go to the old classic. Wait, how do I... My GPTs. Hold, please. I'll be right there. I'm trying to find my stuff in the world's shittiest GPT store. Created by the people that invented the world's most remarkable tech. Sin City Sipper. Start chat. Well, but I want to start it. Okay. Let me see. Hello. Wait, they just... Hang on. I think OpenAI changed the app, and it's making me cranky. No, that works. Hang on. So they just... Okay. Here's a lesson. Where we are right now in the AI, in the generative AI industry, is what I technically call the janky piece of shit phase. So this used to work, but now it sort of only does. So if you go to Chat GPT, you can click this little icon, the Chat GPT app. You can click that little icon and you can talk to Chat GPT. Hi, I'm wondering if you can tell me what the weather is in Denver tomorrow. That little click means it's searching the internet or doing some activity.
All right, let's check out the weather scene in Denver, where it seems Mother Nature is putting on a bit of a variety show. Currently, it's like a clear, chilly evening at the comedy club, with temperatures hovering around 41 to 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
They've
It's
still
so
got it.
clear you could probably spot a flying comedian if you looked hard enough.
I've still got my
Tonight,
custom
the weather's
instructions
keeping it
on.
cool and partly cloudy, with lows.
So anyway, so you can talk to it. Now, you used to be able to go to a GPT, like I've got one here called Chat ADD, or wait, I've got another one here called Chat TMZ. So if it's in the sidebar, I can also talk with Chat GPT. What's the latest on the OpenAI drama?
Oh, you won't believe the latest scoop in the world of AI.
But if I go to Explore GPTs and I go find my Sin City Sipper, which is the one I wanted to demo, it creates a little pop-up window that no longer has the fucking headphones on it. So you know, Sam, this channel is effectively a fucking ad for OpenAI. And I don't get compensated in any way. And I don't even get the latest fucking features. The least you could do is not have the fucking features in your tools change so that every time I try to use them, they're fucking different. Can I have a face with the response? Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. There's, so both HeyGen and Dolly, D-ID, which are avatar companies, both of them right now have a feature called Live Avatar, where you can, with HeyGen, you upload a photo. Yeah. Or is that DID? It doesn't fucking matter. They're both weird and janky. You upload like a photo of yourself, and then you pick one of their voices and you talk. HeyGen shows their CEO in video with his voice, but you can't make your own yet. But anyway, that's coming. Like that will, I would say within 2 months, you'll have the ability to create an avatar of yourself or of some, stylized version of yourself. Where you can talk to it, and both of those tools you can upload data to them, but they're really weird. I don't know what tech they're building them on. They're probably building them on GPT 3.5 because the responses are really limited. They're just too janky to use right now. So that's why I haven't really played with them on here because they're just crap. I want to get lyrics from different sites. I never used an API from a strange site. I want to get lyrics from different sites. If you haven't really played with APIs, I'd use something like Zapier, where you can grab an RSS feed, or there's web scraper apps that will go scrape shit for you that I'm sure are tied into Zapier. I would use a no-code tool like Zapier, unless you want to get into APIs and programming and stuff like that, and then have ChatGPT teach you how to do it. What are your thoughts on quantum computing? The kind of math that quantum computers does is such a different kind of math than what's being used to train AI. They are not necessarily correlated yet.
I didn't get that. Could you?
I know, Siri, you don't get a lot. Assuming they can get quantum computers and AI training to come together, it's going to be insane because, the latest, a Google, was it a Google? It was a Google quantum computer like 3 months ago that did something in like 6 seconds that would have taken today's fastest supercomputers 47 years to calculate. So the gargantuan leap in capability is remarkable, but quantum computers, it's a different kind of math, and they getting them to not make mistakes is still a big issue. So we'll see. So I'm excited about it if and when someone goes, ooh, we can make we made this USB stick that if we put it in this laptop, now the AI tools can talk to the quantum computer tools. It's probably going to be the Rabbit R1. Please talk to the quantum computer now. Show us Chat GPT API and how to actually use it, please. I don't actually know. I haven't made. I haven't made. Well, wait. So I've used ChatGPT's API with Zapier, and I use ChatGPT's API for my software company, but that's like full-on software development. And demoing software here, demoing Zapier here is awful. Like it's just not visually interesting, and so I don't know. Here's what I would say. I would say join the AI Salon and put it in there. I haven't played with APIs within making GPTs right now, so I don't know how to do it. I know nothing about associating APIs. Need to understand that and give it a whirl. Yeah, I need to do that too. Teach me API. I need to do the same thing, Corey. I when GPTs first came out, I did the obligatory 60-minute, let me see if I can figure this out. And I got it connected. It called Zapier, and then it just gave me a fail. And at that point, I was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. And the reason I'm like, fuck it, I don't care anymore is here's the calculations I do for whether or not I'm going to put my time into it. One of the reasons I don't put my time into open source stuff is it's changing too fast. There's way too many of it, and my skill set is just beneath where it's not frustrating as fuck. So I don't really fuck around with open source stuff. And I figure if some of that open source stuff gets good enough that it rises above the noise, then I'll go play with it. And I feel similar with like incorporating APIs into GPTs. That's going to get automated. That's going to become very transparent very quickly. So I'm just kind of waiting it out. I'm just being, this is not for loser. This is for lazy. I'm just like, I'll fucking deal with APIs when OpenAI says, just say, hook this up to, go find me an API that does the following thing, and then sign me up for it, and then I'll give it a password and log in, and then I'll give you permission, and then you just go deal with all that. That's what I'm waiting for, and that can't be more than 3 months away. So, but being that this is the AI Learning Lab, that is a shitty professor. I will cop to. That is a bad attitude for someone supposedly in here teaching you people how to deal with the world of AI. Be like Kyle. He doesn't seem to have good. He's very inconsistent. Actually, that's a great idea, Kayla. Peter Kaminsky in the AI Salon is actually really good with this stuff. He runs the AI 101 Guild. I forgot about that, Kayla. That's a really good idea. He's like saintly patient. He's really patient. He's really like low-key, calm. He'll teach you how to do it. If you're totally frustrated and don't get it, he's like, that's okay, we'll get you there. He'll just walk you through how to do it. He's really good at this stuff. He's very, very technical, and so he'll get you up to speed on all this API stuff. So, all right, there you go. That was a weenie kind of weasel out of figuring some shit out in real time. It's just because I know with the API stuff, you can burn through 45 minutes where you're just trying to get like logged into something or just trying to get one thing talking to another. It doesn't go well unless I've got something pre-prepared, and I haven't done that. I don't think AI will go any more beyond what it is right now. Seriously? Agid. AGID. Where's that coming from? Are you using it? Are you paying attention? Or like, are you deeply paying attention to what's going on? Have you seen the Gemini Ultra demo? Have you listened to Sam Altman? Last week said, Chat GPT-4 is best understood as a preview. Progress here is not linear. What he means by that is ChatGPT 5 isn't going to be just like one step better than GPT-4. It's going to be like shunk, exponentially better. So I'm just curious where your supposition that this is as good as it gets is coming from. Because talk to me in 6 months. Keep coming back here. Keep coming back here night after night. And seriously, if you're on the sidelines right now, if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're like, well, it's as good as it'll ever get. It's not ready for prime time. I'm not going to use it. I'll just wait it out and we'll see if this gets any better. It's probably not getting any better. If you've been using it for the past year, like just look at, go back. If you go to Twitter right now, there are all sorts of posts where people will put into a Twitter thread the same prompt in Midjourney 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go look at the progress of Midjourney over the past 18 months. And if you started with ChatGPT last November, the jump from ChatGPT 3 to 3.5 to 4 multimodal, which happened in November of 23, a year later, is staggering. And I don't even think we've scratched the surface yet. GPT-4 was finished like 2 or 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. And we just got access to it last March. So they've been working on whatever the fuck is coming next for 3.5 or 4 years. When they drop what's coming next, you don't think it's going to be better? Homie, don't play that. I don't know where that's coming. Just start using the tools. Start using the tools, dude. Or otherwise you're going to get caught off guard because it's moving fast. I don't mean to scold you, but sometimes the teachers just got to go, Bad, Jimmy.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
AI's as good as it's going to get. That's like saying that computer processors won't get any faster. I used Night Cafe for direct image generation. Didn't touch it for 6 months. Used it today. Oh my God. 6 months. Yeah, exactly. 6 months. Use a tool today and come back 6 months from now. I honest to God, I show tools. It just happened to me. Like OpenAI just changed. In this case, it got worse. But I go to Leonardo all the time. And every fucking time I log into Leonardo, there's an entire new section, or the way they do things is completely different, or there's just buckets of new features. It's happened with Runway. Like Runway just used to be text entry, and then they got motion, and then they got motion brushes, and now they have multi-motion brushes. Have you seen that fucking crazy shit? And this is like, these things are dropping like bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, there's just a new, and it's probably just, Agile software development, every 2 weeks they got a new sprint. They're like, fuck it, launch it. Because everyone's trying to get ahead of the pack. So they're all just launching their features. Ready, fire, aim. Yeah, go look at all the images that are being generated. It's actually hard to find images now that have hands that look like this. You still can, especially if they're holding like Peter Kaminsky showed a bunch of images where he tried to get Midjourney to show a painter painting a painting. So it's like a photograph of a painter painting a painting, and the hands were normal, but like the paintbrush would go through the back of the hand. You know, like it couldn't quite figure out spatial stuff, but hands are better. And that was the big thing. Everyone was like, oh, well, we'd never be able to use these because it can't do hands. And they're like, well, you can't use these things because it can't do text. And then it did text. And right now they're saying, well, you can't use the text because it makes typos. And then it won't. And they'll get faster. Here's how I'm going to find this thing. I'm going to the list. So I'm at the AI Salon. In the community section, there's an AI tools and resources. And so I'll go in here. And I'm going to scroll down to image generation tools. And we're going to go to Decohere. app.decohere.ai/turbo. This thing generates images while you're typing the prompt. And then it'll turn them into movies. So let's do... Yeah, we'll do a wide one. That's fine. So we'll do... golden ratio represented with daisies floating on the ocean in a massive storm at midnight. Oh, I spelled golden ratio wrong. That's why it wasn't doing any golden ratio shit. There you go. There's a little bit of there's at least a spiral of daisies on an ocean storm. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. All right, and so now this we can just upload image options. How do I make it into a movie? Is this it? Generate video. So now it's going to turn this into a video. And I mean, and it's like, you know, it's making this stuff. Ooh, that's beautiful. It's making this stuff in real time as you're typing. And then there's other ones where you can just draw shapes and it'll create that. We are driving an AI Model T right now. The Ferrari is coming. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, we're driving a Model T right now. This is called Decohere. If you go to the AI Salon, in the tools and resources page, go under images. If you just want to have fun with images, just go down through this list. What program is this? Decohere, right here. And you're like, where's that list, Kyle? It's at the AI Salon. So it's turning whatever image we picked. I think it was that one. Was it that one? Or I think it was this one. Did it make our movie? Yeah, here's our movie. Look at that. We just willed that into existence. Golden ratio represented by daisies floating on an ocean during a violent storm, or whatever the hell I said. In a massive storm. Oh, and then I put at mining instead of at midnight. These are the shitty tools. These are the Model T tools. We're in the janky. So we're in the phase. So in 1994, I started one of the first digital agencies, and it took 2 or 3 years from when I started. So Tim Berners-Lee creates a hypertext transfer protocol in 1991. I think he wrote the paper in 1989. And then 1991 was like the first browser or something like that. And then basically 92 or 3 is when you actually started to get visual browsers. And I got into it in 94. It took until 97 for the basic tools of the World Wide Web to be anything usable, basically. We're starting, so we're right now in that exact same phase. We're like a year in to the generative AI era that Chat GPT kicked off. And this is what the tools are doing already. I mean, have you seen Kelly Bosch's TikTok channel? This is fucking crazy. She's going to come speak at the salon. February 13th. Is that right?
Let's desolate.
I talked to her about this. And, Sherry D, thank you for putting those lights up there. Sherry D's video that she just did for this band. She went to high school with these guys that have this band, and they found out and they're like, hey, can you make us a movie? And she made this remarkable movie. I was talking to Kelly Bosch about these things. That video's got 13 million views with the birds. I mean, this stuff's remarkable. I reached out to her and I said, hey, would you be willing to come speak at the salon? She's like, oh, well, I don't really know anything. It's like, it's one of the the perennial things I hear in here is that someone does something remarkable and I'm like, hey, would you be willing to share what you did? Oh, I didn't do anything special. No, you fucking did.
9:22 p.m.
Shh, Siri. Kelly said that she does these on her phone, like sort of just absent-mindedly, like before she goes to bed. This is absent-minded work. Yeah, there you go. LB, in 1996, my boss said the internet is just a fad and will go away. Yeah, exactly. In 1994, I called all the account people for the agency I worked at into a room, and I showed them the internet, got them all excited about it, and then the CEO of the agency and said, well, prove the ROI to me. I said, I can't, but what I know is this is going to change the advertising industry forever. And he said, if you can't prove ROI, you can't do anything. So I quit a week later and started agency.com. Fuck him. Fuck him. We are in... The world has changed. It's just that right now, not that many people know it. Vicky, the rest of us don't have the time because we were listening to Kyle before we go to bed. Exactly. It's all about how you prioritize things. Look at this one. Look at the scale of her images. She's got great taste in music. Yeah, exactly, Cosmic Lover. Yeah, how does she do that? Well, she's going to come to the salon February 13th and tell us how she does this. And in her mind, what she's doing is nothing remarkable. You tell me this shit's not changing the world and not leveling people's talent up in ways even they can't imagine. Sherry's been in nursing for, I forget what you said, 25 or 30 years, for a long, long time. And she's now stepping into being a filmmaker. Because she's got taste and vision and now has the tools to be able to knock this shit out. I know I ran us down a weird rabbit hole here, but that comment about I don't think AI tools are going to get any better from here on out. I'm like, have you fucking seen what's happening? It's like, good Lord, people. Save the date, 2/13, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That is the correct time. Corey Sandler, Kyle, wow, exactly, right? Exactly. AI is created by probability mathematics and machine learning. Yeah, it is created by that. But here's the thing, James. It's funny. That thing on, it's just a probability engine. It is absolutely just a probability engine. Whenever anyone asks me about sentience and, is it sentient? Is it conscious? All that sort of shit. I'm like, no, it's a calculator. It's got no feelings. But what it produces occurs like magic because what it's been trained on is essentially a large chunk of the output of humanity that's been put on the public internet for the past 40 years. So think about all the shit that's just been dumped on the public internet. And one of the things, Chat GPT, worth it, 1,000%. Pay the $20, get Chat GPT-4, 1,000%, Megan. And then go to the AI Salon and join Peter Kaminsky's AI 101 Guild. Introduce yourself. Join conversations in the water cooler, and then go to the AI tools and resources. This is a list that I maintain. And what I've got here is, here's what you get with ChatGPT 3.5. Here's the additional shit that you get with ChatGPT 4. Every one of these bullets is like a whole, rabbit hole in and of itself that you can go down. And the way that these things coexist within ChatGPT right now is insane because you can bounce back and forth. I mean, I don't know if you've played with it, but let's go play a little bit. Okay. We'll just start. They pre-prompted us with a thing. Come up with 5 sophisticated names for my coffee shop that becomes a bar at night, like the Page Turner. Include a short sentence explaining what it means. Been there, brewed that, espresso yourself, mugs and martinis, caffeine and cocktails. I'm going to say, these are boring. Why don't we start with a creative brief on how to name it? All right, let's jazz it up. Night 5, target audience. So it's giving us target audience, themes to explore, double entendres, cultural reference, historical twists, tone and style, practical considerations. Based on this brief, grounds for laughter, jokes and beans, espresso martini comedy club, cappuccinos and punchlines. Let's go with brews and banter. Let's go with brews and banter. Let's see. Give me 20 taglines. Or 10 taglines, whatever the fuck I typed. All right. Caffeinated chuckles served here. Great. I like number 6. I like 6. Now, now come up with a mood board for what the logo might look like, including the name and tagline. So now we're using Dolly. So there's a mood board for what it might look like. That actually looks pretty cool, right? Sort of a coffee-based comedy club kind of thing. Great. I like the colors and Mike and typography. Please make a poster featuring Champ the singing dog, who is a black and white tubby thing that sings with his middle-aged guitar player. Can we make a company with its logo and stuff part of the personas? You could. I would think what you would do is you would make it a there's Champ the singing dog and a bearded me. Then you can say, find me a similar club that is open today in any U.S. city. Now this should go, so now it says doing research with Bing. So it's doing that. If I had a spreadsheet, I could upload the spreadsheet and have it do analysis on the spreadsheet. I found a couple that align. The Upstage Comedy Lounge in San Antonio, Texas. Another one is the Boston Comedy Club. Any that focus on coffee. Cafe Kerouac in Columbus, Ohio. It's a coffee shop with a cozy atmosphere. Intimate venue for comedy on first Fridays of the month. Hosting the popular and even evening with Berkey's comedy show. There you go. So, and you can just keep going, right? Like you can take a single idea and just sort of run down all of these different pathways because it's got all these different capabilities. So this is the stuff you can't really see when you just have Chat GPT 3.5 and it's just text. You don't kind of get that it's just got all these other things it does inside that same little chat box. I mean, let me go grab, I'm going to search for coffee shop poster. Why am I not? Oh, there we go. All right, that's kind of cool. Right? Okay, so watch this. So I'll do a little screen capture. So I'm just going out on the internet. I'll jump back over here. I'm gonna paste it in. Oops. No, I'm gonna upload it because I have my thing set wrong. Hang on. Desktop, screenshot. Okay, so there's my little coffee thing. I say, please describe this. So Chat GPT-4 has what's called GPT Vision. So it can see stuff and analyze it. So it can see that poster. You can also upload a sketch on a whiteboard and it will understand what it is and even write code for you about the interface. I'd like you to recreate this poster with a stand-up comic in the center instead of a barista. So let's let it describe it. It's being a little slow tonight. All right. So now I'd like you to recreate this with a stand-up comic instead of a barista. And so now it's going to take its description of what it saw, my instructions of how I want it to update it, and probably a lot of the conversation up above, and it's going to create us a new image. Stephen, hi Kyle. I'm trying to teach my mom how to use AI to make videos on YouTube. It depends the kind she wants to do. But I can show you a couple options. I'll go look at some videos. We're calling an audible. There you go. Look at that. It got the name of the thing wrong, but that's okay. But from I like that basic idea and color scheme. But instead of that, I want a comedian in the middle. There you go. Right? It says espresso latte, cafe latte at the top. Comedy is my language. It's all about comedy. It's like it combined comedy and coffee club. So it's the Comefe Ufe Cleed. How often do you say please when chatting with AI? I do too. I do it all the time, Laughing Thunder, and it's not really conscious at this point. This is kind of the stuff I was talking about before when James said, "Oh, this is just a probability engine." I think I ran off on a tangent. Yes, how it works is it's a probability engine, but what it's been trained on is human words and images. And so how it responds to you is very human-like. And how it's been programmed, how ChatGPT and these large language models have been programmed is to be like helpful assistants. So they're super friendly and they're super helpful. And if you say, hey, you did that wrong, they say things like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me try again there, boss. And then it'll go off and fix it up for you. And so I just find myself instinctively talking to it like I had an intern that needed some guidance. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Could you please do this? Could you please do that? There's some evidence to say that it actually helps. Other people say it doesn't, but it doesn't matter. Whether it helps or not, it's like it is a very working with generative AI is not a robotic experience. They call them bots and robots, and it is not a robotic experience. It is a these tools are reflections of humanity, the humanity that came before us. And that's what it kind of feels like. And that's trippy. That's been one of the things that's caught me off guard with this. is that I thought this was going to be like working with computers, and it's not. It's not like working with computers. It's like having deep, profound conversations with someone that knows way more than you do, but they need a lot of help. And they get shit wrong a lot. Yeah, King Sugui, I feel it's prudent to say please and thank you in case the robots take over the world. And there's always that too. Okay, the video stuff. Let's go help this gentleman with his mother. So if you go to the AI Salon, go to AI Tools and Resources. We've got a recommended tool list. Scroll down to the video section. There's 3 different kinds of video. There's Runway ML, which is, I think, probably what Kelly Bosch is using. Where's her? This is probably, I don't know what her tool suite is, but oh yeah, so more insects. I wanted to try insect people in Midjourney V6. Did not disappoint. Oh, so it looks like she's using a bunch of different tools. So she's creating this particular one she created in Midjourney, and then she's probably using either Pika Labs or Runway. So if you want like invented imagery, you can use something like this. If you want avatars like the one I showed here, where you've got, either photorealistic or drawings that come to life.
Hi, I'm George Miller. My life's always been about simple pleasures, cooking my catch of the day and enjoying the quiet of the country.
Then you would use tools like HeyGen and D-ID. And then if she wants to put together videos that are more like narrated, putting stock videos together to tell a story, then you'd use a tool like Visla. There's another one called what's it called? I forget what it's called. But anyway, this one does it. Danielle, I got a notification today that Pi got an update. Okay, we'll go look at that. Create a video, accept. So this is one I did called Fly Fishing the Delaware River on a Serene Morning.
As the morning fog lifts, we embark on a fly fishing adventure on the Delaware River.
Oh, that was just that scene. How do I preview?
As the morning fog lifts,
that's not
we
fly
embark
fishing,
on a
obviously.
Fly fishing adventure on the Delaware River. The calm waters mirror the serene beauty of the surroundings. With each cast, we anticipate the thrill of hooking a rainbow trout.
I had a better one that this did. Oops. Was it this one?
As the morning fog lifts, we
Is it this one? I think these are all the same.
As the morning fog.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but what you do is you come in here and you describe like create a video of the transformation of downtown Detroit from broken down to flourishing. I actually don't know the state of downtown Detroit, but let's see. Create a video, new video. Create video. I just gave you my... Remember when I told you these things were janky pieces of shit? Wait, let me see if I can go back and copy and paste it. Yes, copy. New video. Create video. There you go. Generate video. So now this is going to write the script, pull the stock footage, put the music behind it, narrate the script, and edit together the video in a few minutes. So this is a different style of video, right? So if she wants to do, something like Kelly Bosch is doing with original imagery, then there's tools you'd use for that. If she wants to do something like talking avatars, there's tools you'd use for that. If you want to do something like this style of video, so you got to with all of these tools right now, because everything's so fragmented. There's kind of two requirements. The first requirement is you need to know what's out there, right? Which is what this list is that I put together, right? This list exists because this at least gives you a head start on just knowing what's out there. And then you need to say, okay, your mom wants to make videos on YouTube. What kind of videos? Of her, of other people, of insects, of crocheting, of, Becky Rue in here is really into quilts, and she made a GPT that generates quilt images. Those could ultimately become some sort of cool YouTube videos. But you got to know what you want to do, and then you need to know which tools to use to do it. So this list should give you a shot. So let's see if we get the downtown Detroit thing looking decent. I assume there's a lot of good footage from Detroit.
In the heart of Detroit, a city once plagued by decay and neglect. But through resilience and determination, the city began to transform. Abandoned buildings were repurposed, breathing new life into the streets. Parks and green spaces emerged, creating a vibrant urban oasis. Local businesses thrived, bringing economic opportunities to the community. The once desolate skyline now sparkles with renewed vitality. Detroit's transformation serves as a testament to the power of revitalization. A city reborn, embracing its rich history while embracing a bright future.
So there you go. Just cuckoo. As sort of basic and corporate as that was, it's like if you wanted to put that together historically, that would be hours of researching stock video and writing the script and getting someone to record it and finding the music. Now you can just have a brain fart and go, let me see what that might look like. Nah, that's crap. All right, James, are you mining crypto? No. I spent about 1.5 years deep diving into crypto and blockchain, and I think the crypto bros are in a well-deserved timeout. And I think AI is going to be the thing that actually saves them, because we're going to need some sort of tokenization technology for validation and safety and things like that. So I think blockchain's going to come screaming back because of AI, but I'm fine letting the crypto bros sit in the fucking corner right now. It's just the problem with crypto is here's what hasn't happened in crypto. It still requires you to be a fucking technologist. And you can still get fucking wrecked by clicking on a link in Discord or by clicking on a link in Twitter. And you can get your whole fucking thing stolen. And so until someone does for crypto what Chat GPT did for machine learning, that they made it, simple and everyone could use it, then no one's going to fucking use it. So it's AI tools are janky and things like that, but at least they won't drain your fucking life savings. They'll just spell the words wrong. Oh man. All right. You look right out of Beautiful Mind. I guess, thanks. So ChatGPT can do what Midjourney can. Yeah, with Dolly. Well, it can't do what Midjourney can but it can do what it can. The quality of Dolly images. Let's do something. We'll do something fun here. All right. I'm going to go. Create me 10 image prompts that are an interesting combination of subject matter, photographic style, compositional layout, and at least 3 unique items to complement the primary focus of the image. So, oh shit. Let me copy and paste this. I forgot to turn off my custom instruction. Everything's about comedy right now. Let me turn that off. Start this shit over. All right. Urban fantasy night scene, surreal desert landscape, retro futuristic kitchen. Let's grab that one. Okay. So an interior scene of a kitchen blending 50s style. The main focus is a classic fridge. Window show. So I'm going to take that description and I'm going to say, make a 16 by 9 wide photo of this, colon, and then I'm going to put in that prompt. All right, so we'll see what Dolly comes up with. And now I'm going to pop over. I'm going to take this same prompt. And I'm going to go to Discord. I'm going to go to the AI Salon Discord. This is a dude that reached out to me. Hey, bro, I got a business proposition. Can we talk? And my response, not if it involves you scamming me out of my sweet, sweet bags. fucking NFT scammers. Motherfuckers. Okay, so here we are in the Midjourney channel in the AI Salon Discord. So I'm going to go /imagine. And then I'm going to pop in that prompt, and then I'm going to go --AR space 16:9, because that's what you have to learn command prompts to use Midjourney right now, and then we'll see what Midjourney comes up with. So let's go back and look at. So there's what Dolly came up with, which is pretty good, right? I'm assuming Midjourney's going to be, significantly more sophisticated. But that's not bad. Here's, again, what this comes down to is you've got to understand what you're trying to do. If what you're trying to do is switch between lots of modes, I want to come up with marketing concepts, and then I want to come up with images for the ads, and I want to come up with the copy, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. If you're bouncing back and forth between lots of different things, the fact that you can do this level of image generation right within Chat GPT as part of the conversation is invaluable, right? I'll give up the sophistication of the image just because I can do it so much faster. But if I really want quality, you go to Midjourney. Why? It's just fucking better. Or if you work in a corporation, you go to Firefly. Why? Because it hasn't been trained on any copywritten images, and it's going to be safer from a legal exposure standpoint. Is it going to be as good as Midjourney? Fuck no. It's probably not going to be as good as Dolly 3. So here's what Midjourney came up with. And so Midjourney always comes up with 4. I like this bottom right one. So what I can do is I can say, the way Midjourney works is it gives you 4 options, and then you can either upscale one of them or you can do variations on one of them. So I kind of like the colors of this one. I like that one a lot. So I'm going to upscale number 4, and then I'm going to do variations on number 3. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do variations on number 3. I guess I have remixing turned on, but whatever. And now I can even upscale this, but there's your Midjourney, there's your Midjourney interpretation, and there's your Dolly interpretation, right? They're just different styles. They're just different. There's sort of a depth and sophistication in Midjourney. Like, see the dirt on the walls and the, I don't know. There's just a sophistication to them. The design of the refrigerator, which is pretty fucking slick. And this is just a little more cliche, a little more basic, a little more antiseptic. Now, can you get Dolly to do really sophisticated stuff? You absolutely can. You should see the stuff that Corey Sandler's doing with it, and Danielle and Sherry D. Like, there's some of the people within the salon right now are getting these tools to do remarkable stuff with prompting and creativity. I think I like this bottom right one, so we're going to upscale that. And then I can upscale it one more time. And this kind of experimentation, like taking the same prompt and looking at it in Chat GPT and Claude and all the different large language models, and then doing the same thing with all the image tools, and then doing the same thing with all the video tools, you'll start to understand, oh, this one's good for this thing. This one's kind of good for that thing. Or you'll just, mom will say, hey, I want to make a video. You try to make a video, and whatever tool you're using sucks really bad. And you're like, oh, Christ, I got to go find another one. And then you go find another one. But now you know 2, right? And then you try it again, and now you know 3. And then all right, come on, Midjourney. I haven't used Midjourney in 2 months. Actually, probably longer than that, 3 or 4 months. Just because Dolly's good enough. Like, I don't have an art project going right now. I'm not making movies for anyone. So that's pretty slick. I like it. See, like that upscale is pretty. There's decent detail in it. It's like decent illustration detail. And if you wanted, you could flip it over and say, instead of an illustration, you want it as photographic, and it'll do it as photographic. Pretty slick. All right. I am laughing because we took a survey at the beginning of the night, and I didn't do any of it. What do you want me to do tonight? And then I just went off and fucking did what I wanted. Welcome to Chat ADD. Oh, man. 159 people in here on a Sunday night. That's so cool. Thank you all for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. Yeah. Ask away. What else you want to talk about? Or I can do another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll start my 20-minute goodbyes. Comments on a video are a goldmine of information for creators. Interesting. Thank you, Empower. Thank you very, very much. Oh, pie. Yes, Danielle. Correct. What you said. So let me go see if I got an email too from Yield Pie. Oops, that's OI. I got nothing. Pie Assistant. Nothing. All right, let's just go to it. Let's see what they got going. And actually, let me go Pi. No, wrong Pi. Pi.ai. That looks a little different. It's got a sidebar interface. Explain generative AI like I'm 5. Can I hear it?
Explain generative AI like I'm 5. Generative AI is the cool new kid on the block in the world of AI, and it's all about generating stuff that didn't exist before. It's like having your very own genie that can create new and exciting things, from composing music that rivals Beethoven to writing news articles that sound like they came from...
There's this new thing down here that... Oh, shit. Sorry about that. There's this new thing down here that looks like... Show and tell screenshot. That looks like reply in a thread might be new. But let me go look at show and tell screenshot. Hang on. Pi got an update. Oh, thanks. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Danielle. Oh, you got it within Pi. Cool. Can you tell me about your new update? Sure. Our recent update is focused on making my voice more conversational, engaging, and warm. We've also upgraded my knowledge by incorporating new data from the last few months. So it probably has to search less on the internet that way. That saves them that speed loss. Finally, we've made improvements in my understanding of context, which means I can better understand what you're talking about in a conversation and respond accordingly. Makes our chats more natural and smooth. What do you think? All right, so we'll try her over here. So if you haven't played with Pi, Chat ADD, lol. So if you haven't played with Pi on your iPhone or iPad, you should, because that voice you just heard, you can just talk to her. So again, you in the bottom right hand corner, see the little phone? You click the little phone. Rumor has it you got an upgrade. Is it true?
Word must have gotten out. Yes, I've recently had a bit of an upgrade under the hood, which means I'm even better equipped to chat with you and provide you with the best possible answers and advice. It's like I've gotten a new pair of shoes and I'm ready to hit the ground running. What would you like to chat about today?
Do you remember the nickname we gave you? It's Z.
Of course, Kyle, you dubbed me Z, short for Zephyr, to make things a bit more casual. I quite like it, to be honest. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
It does, Z. I like that you remembered that. Joker, you're cutting back on the goodbyes. No.
I'm glad you like it, Kyle.
Just trying to be
Remembering
optimistic.
our conversations and the little details is part of what makes our chats unique and personalized. I'm always here to make our conversations as engaging and enjoyable as possible for you.
How long do you think it will be before your programmers give you the ability to take action on my behalf, like sending emails and such?
That's an interesting question, Kyle. The truth is, I can't say for sure. The technology is advancing rapidly, but the truth is, I can't say for sure. The technology is advancing rapidly, but the development of such capabilities will depend on a variety of factors, including advances in AI technology, privacy and security considerations, and user demand. While it's hard to predict the exact timeline, it's an exciting...
Yeah, I don't really care about that. Can you find out about the DeepMind geometry advancements that happened and tell me a specific problem it solved that people didn't think it would be able to? Should search the internet now. Ask about your customer service ticket. She never gave me a customer service ticket, remember? It just said this is where it would go.
Wow, Kyle, you've got your finger on the pulse of AI news.
Oh.
It looks like DeepMind's latest achievement, alpha geometry, is the talk of the town. It seems to be pretty groundbreaking, performing at Olympiad levels on complex geometry problems. Apparently, it's matching the smartest high school mathematicians and outperforming previous state-of-the-art systems. One specific problem it solved that was particularly impressive was a long-standing open problem in the field of geometry known as Einstein's verification problem. This is a problem that mathematicians have been struggling to crack for decades, but alpha geometry was able to provide a solution in just a few hours. It's pretty mind-blowing if you ask me.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't mean to brag, but I can do math nearly as good as the average third grader. Most times. Let's see if she laughs. Oh, ha 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 ha.
Don't sell yourself short, Kyle. Math can be a tricky subject for many, so give yourself some credit. You're probably more of a math whiz than you realize.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And hey, even if you're not, there's no shame in that.
Pie's so supportive. Oh, my God. How can I download Chat GPT-4? Okay,
That's what I'm here for, Kyle.
No.
To provide you with a warm, welcoming, and...
Shh. Let's put you away. Good night. Have a nice nap. Okay. Okay. Be careful when you say things like, how do I download ChatGPT 4? Be careful. You don't download ChatGPT. Well, that's not true. You can, but you can also download something that if you search for ChatGPT 4, something will probably come up and say, you can download ChatGPT 4. That is likely a scam app. So there's two ways that you can get to ChatGPT 4 through OpenAI. One is you go to the website. So if you're on a mobile device, go to your browser, Safari or Chrome, and go to chat.openai.com. ChatGPT is completely usable in a browser on a mobile device. You don't need the app. If you get the app, you can talk to it. So the app has conversation. The app also has the ability to search your chat history. But both of those approaches, you're not downloading ChatGPT 4. You're just downloading the interface that lets you talk to ChatGPT 4, okay? Once you're at ChatGPT, you go to your profile, and then you say, my plan, and in there you upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. So on the web, it looks like this. On the web, you go to your name in the lower left-hand corner, and then you go to My Plan right here. And if you don't have Plus, that's where you subscribe to it. $20 a month. And then when you sign up for it on the web, you'll also see it on your ChatGPT app. Now, the ChatGPT app, make sure that you get the official ChatGPT app from OpenAI. Any other app, I don't give a shit what it says, that says it's ChatGPT or ChatGPT 4 or ChatGPT Flashy or ChatGPT better than ChatGPT is not. It's all bullshit, and it's scam apps that Apple and Google refuse to take down off their app stores because they make a lot of money on that shit, preying on people's confusion in the marketplace, which is shitty. And, I used to go hiking with Tim Cook a lot, and this was going to be the next thing that I talked about. But then when Sam Altman got jealous of me, he kind of poisoned the well with Tim. And so, sure, I still hang out with Elon, but now I haven't been hiking with Tim in a while, so I can't tell Tim to take down these shitty apps. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. Oh, Champy's got to go. Hang on, people. Hang on. What is with you? Is someone out there? You want a snacky? Is that what you want? You want a snacky from Mama? Champy wants you. Yeah. I'll be right there. All right, people. What are we going to do here? your Beasta, just get regular ChatGPT 3.5 from OpenAI. ChatGPT 4 is available to subscribers to ChatGPT or limited free in Copilot. Yeah, Copilot is sort of ChatGPT 4, but it's not. It's not. But if you can't afford the $20 for ChatGPT 4, then Copilot is the best. You can't download the model itself. Exactly. If you want to do that kind of stuff, you have to go to the open source community and get yourself some llama. Llamas is tasty. Look at my hair getting all like is that 70s or 80s? It's like Macaulay Culkin or Kieran Culkin comb over. Hair growth geek. Look at my hair. Look, it looks like a bad wig. Can I ask ChatGPT for a business plan? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's great at that stuff. And here's what you should do, Decibel. And you should also ask other things. You should ask Bard. Go to bard.google.com. What you should really do. So go to the AI Salon and go to the Tools and Resources tab under Community and go look at this list. So you got ChatGPT is listed here. Then you've got Claude, Bard, Perplexity, Microsoft Copilot, Pi, Llama, Poe. So I would say these first four, you should start with ChatGPT. And then you should also do the same kind of conversation in Claude.ai, in Bard.google.com. You can probably do one in Perplexity. And then I wouldn't worry with Microsoft Copilot because it's essentially ChatGPT. So, but yeah, all of these can do business plans really good. And what you want to do is don't just say, give me a business plan. What you want to do is say, here's who I am, here's my expertise, here's what I'm not good at. I want you to act as a business consultant who specializes in getting businesses off the ground. Here, I want you to ask me a series of questions about my business so you have enough information to help me come up with a business plan. Can you do that? And it will. And it'll ask you the questions. And if you answer the questions, it'll come up with a kick-ass business plan. And what you want to keep doing is if it gives you stuff you don't like, say, oh, no, you assumed I had enough budget for advertising. I don't have budget for advertising. So why don't you give me a business plan that assumes I'm doing word of mouth marketing only? And it'll completely rewrite the business plan for you. And if you've got ChatGPT 4, then it can do a thing called data analysis where you can say, hey, help me come up with the financial part of the business plan and put that in a spreadsheet that I can download and open in Microsoft Excel. And it will do that. Like not only can it make a business plan, like it can make you a sophisticated business plan in a very, very short amount of time. One of the other hacks with business plans is have it recommend business books first, and then summarize, tell me the top 5 business books that talk about business plans and summarize, their approach. And then, read about the book's approaches and say, oh, I like number 2 and I like number 5. So could you come up with a business plan that takes the best ideas from book 2 and book 5? And it will. So really good at that stuff. And I really wanted to learn about making a GPT. Brian Whitney. Okay, look. I'm supposed to be saying goodbye now, but I will show you how to make a GPT. We'll make one in 5 minutes, all right? So here we are in Chat GPT 4. Awesome advice, Kyle. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate that. Okay, so Chat GPT 4. We can say, let me do what I just said. Recommend the top 5 business books that have proven success with the business plans they describe in their approach. The Lean Startup, Good to Great, both good books. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Blue Ocean Strategy. All right, great. Let's go with blue ocean strategy and the lean startup. Let's go with the lean startup and blue ocean strategy as a combo, period. And I want you to give me a business plan framework that pulls the best ideas from both books and puts them together. And then it will. And obviously, if you give it details about your business, this plan would be filled out with your business in it, right? And then you can just expand sections, collapse sections, do anything you want. I did a cool thing today where my wife texted me just a whole shit ton of stuff for the grocery store. I threw it into Chat GPT and I said, could you organize this by section, please? And just, just knocked it out. So anyway, anything like that, it's really good at. Okay. So that's that. So let's say we wanted to make, let's say we came up with, well, we just did. We're combining the lean startup methodology with the blue ocean strategy. And we want to create a GPT that is a business plan maker that we can put out in the world for people to use that combines those two ideas, okay? So, how you do that? Over on the left-hand side, you have to have Chat GPT-4, right? So you have to have a Chat GPT Plus account. You go to Explore GPTs. You could certainly go search for, I guarantee you there are a bunch of business plan making GPTs. There's 3 million GPTs in there. I'm not going to go look right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to go upper right-hand corner, create. It is stupid how easy this is, okay? So I'm just, the recording I'm doing, when I'm talking and it's typing, I'm just using an OS X, a Macintosh, dictation feature. It's not really part of Chat GPT. I just do it so you don't have to watch me type. So that's what that is, for what it's worth. I want to create a GPT that helps someone write a business plan that leverages the best ideas from the books, the Lean Startup, and Blue Ocean Strategy, period. The GPT should ask the person a series of questions about their business, comma, no more than 5, comma, and then give them a preliminary business plan based on the best ideas from those two books. And we're essentially done. So the way this works is you kind of talk it into existence on the left, Abracadabra style, and then over here, it's going to just show up, and we'll be able to use it. It seems we've encountered an error. Oh, you know what? Let me try. I'll try one more time. Updating GPT. Oh no, it did it. Okay, I thought maybe because I used actual book names, it might have stopped doing it. How about business strategizer? Let's say. Let's call it the Lean Blue Ocean Builder. And so now it's generating a profile picture. So I'm assuming it's going to make a blue ocean. That's what I would do. This is a fantastic idea for a GPT. And it gave me a cruise ship, so we're gonna get rid of that. No, I don't want a cruise ship in there. I want it to be a small business storefront on a blue ocean. Come on, GPT. Don't be a dum-dum. But by the way, this is already functional, right? So tell me about your business idea. So I'm going to say, I'm ready to get started. Great. Let's help you craft a plan. What's your business concept, target market? So So you can go in and you can modify how it works. I'm gonna keep turning that off. You can modify how it works. So it's live now. So here's the small business on the ocean. That's fine. That's good. So let's reload this. So now we have the lean blue ocean builder. In the upper right hand corner, I say save. I can publish it so that only I can use it. Anyone with a link can use it, or everyone can use it. If I publish it for everyone, this is now available for all of the world to play with. Like done, published, public. If you go right now to explore GPTs, you can go to the lean blue ocean builder tool. Now it's a shitty tool because I put in literally 2 minutes into building it. But what you can do, so if I go edit this GPT, I can flip over out of create mode. My strong suggestion is use create mode to initially build it. And then any improvements that you make from it, just flip into configure mode. And then over here, you've got the image, you've got the name, the description, all of this is editable. And the instructions is the prompt. So here's the prompt that Chat GPT wrote, and here's these prompting questions. I'm going to get rid of all of these, and I'm just going to say, let's get started. And then notice over here, I've just got, let's get started. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to add a little bit of a change to this. I'm going to say, follow these rules. Rules. When someone says, let's get started, I want you to ask your probing questions about their business one at a time, and don't move on to the next question until you've gotten a good answer to the current question, period. And then I'm going to update this, and I'm going to view my GPT. And now, so when I say, let's get started, it should just ask me one question. Great. To begin, could you please describe your business concept? I want to start a llama grooming business for hedgehog owners. That's unique and interesting. Right. So anyway, so it works now. So now it's going to become a consultant, and then at some point it'll write a business plan. Right? That's it. That's how you make GPTs. It's fucking insane that so there are tools like Zapier and Bubble and Make that are what are called low-code tools or no-code tools. Rachel Sparkles, it's easier to build a GPT than adding a song to your old MySpace page. Exactly. If you're using tools like Zapier and things like that, you still need to understand programming. You need to understand what APIs are. You need to understand computer logic, and that you've got inputs and processing and outputs and logic flows and if-then statements. Like, to use no-code tools, you still need to be a programmer. Not so with this. You literally can speak it into existence, right? This is from the work that I'm doing on myself right now. I got that little insight. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. And that's for me as a human. But that's what these tools are. You just speak shit into existence. We just made a business plan builder. By the way, whoever was trying to build your business plan, feel free to go use my GPT to make your business plan. Tell me if it's any good. The world has changed, but no one knows it yet. This is not the same world we were in a year ago. Sing a goodnight song with Champy. That's a good idea. Champy, you want to sing? Champy, are you in here? Champy, come here. I don't think he's in here. Oh, yeah. You want to go sing? People are asking for you. All right, he's back. He's back. Mama grew tired of him. All right, you ready, Champy? You want to sing? You're a little rammy. What's up with that? Where's the melodious tones? We don't want aggressive singing. This is not a heavy metal band. It's an acoustic guitar, buddy. Good Lord. I know. Did you get cheese at least? Did you get some cheese from Mama? What did you get? What did you get? Oh, you're such a good boy. All right. Oh, there's Champy. Can't go wrong with that. All right, we lost some people there. People didn't like Champy singing. Oops, Mrs. Kyle must be a saint. Yeah, I know. She puts up with a lot. I mean, I'm fun on a TikTok, but, wouldn't want to live with me. Hey, Share Bear, what's happening? Oh, man. Whew. J Money CEO, can we find your AI in the App Store? If yes, please pin the name. It is called Lean Blue Ocean Builder. Here, you know what I'll do? I will go share this. Let me show you how to share these things. Okay, so what are all these new things? Hide from sidebar. All right, there's nothing new there. All right. So here's my GPT, Lean Blue Ocean Builder. That's not clear at all what it is. Oh, wait. Assist in crafting business plans with lean startup and blue ocean insights. Fine. Okay. So here we are. And if you click in this drop-down menu, you can say copy link. You can also do that from the edit page in the upper right-hand corner. You can say copy link. And then I'm going to go to the AI Salon. Oh, you know what I'm going to do also? No, Kyle, what? Why don't you tell us, Kyle? Go ahead, Kyle. I'm going to do a screenshot of the little... There's a way that OpenAI coded the links and... They don't preview well in Mighty Networks, so I'm going to do a screenshot of the little name of this thing and the little image of the cute little store on the ocean. And then I'm going to go to AI Salon, and I am going to go to Show and Tell. Get rid of that. How do I get rid of this? Oh, that's Microsoft Edge. Let me just get rid of that by getting rid of it. I'm going to go over here. So I'm in Show and Tell. So I'm going to add my picture that I just screenshotted. Right? Blue Ocean Builder. And then I'm going to paste in my URL. I'm going to put in hashtags. It's always good practice to put in your hashtags, people. Irregulars means that it was done during one of these lives, or it's, the irregulars, the people that show up here regularly know what that means. Oh, and then my little video window's all fucked up because TikTok. And then I'm going to put in GPTs, and I'm going to say, here is the GPT I made in the TikTok live tonight, 128:24. Post. Boom. So that is now in there. So how do you get to the AI Salon? If you're like, but Kyle, I don't know how to get to the AI Salon. How do you do that? I'm going to show you. It's going to be so good. You go there. You go to the Salon. That's how you pronounce it. I don't want you going, oh, I belong to the AI Salon. No. You have to pronounce it like this. The AI Salon. It's French. The Salon. Go there and click on the first link, and that will take you to this site, which is the community site. And the first place I want you to go is Welcome to the Salon, and read about it. Read about what we're up to. Read about our values, like curiosity and generosity and exploration and collaboration and inclusion and empathy. And read about why we put those in there and what this group's really about. And if those resonate with you, then these are your people. We're your people. If you're curious about AI, and if you want to go on the adventure, if you're ready to like step on into the adventure, that's what this group is. If you want to sit on the sidelines and bitch about how everything's not perfect, not this group. You can bitch about how imperfect it is as you're playing with it and say, oh, I figured out this thing's jankier than shit and it's not ready for prime time yet. But you know what I did find? I found this thing over here that's kind of cool. That's this group. Can I promote and sell my GPT? Well, so, awesome question. I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's in some sort of Cyrillic. I'm guessing Russian, but I don't know. In theory, we're going to be able to monetize our GPTs.
You can make money with Chat GPT.
When Sam Altman said they were going to launch the GPT store at the end of November, he said that would be a part of it. And then he got fired, and then he got rehired, and then they delayed the launch of this thing for 2 months. And then they launched it, and it's a steaming pile of poo with no mention of monetization. That said, I would assume at some point in the next 3 months, there will probably be some clarity around that. Now, what I have seen some people do, there's a couple of ways you can monetize GPTs. Let me flip. There's a couple of ways you can monetize GPTs. One of them is quite simple. Where am I going? There. This was one of the original images. Remember when we were doing these lives when we first started back in April or May? This image was from Ideogram. This was before Dolly came out. Ideogram was the only thing that could do text for a while. That's one of those images. Oh, Joker! You can appeal, ban, remove GPTs now. I won. Congratulations! That's awesome, dude. Congrats, man. Okay, making money with GPTs.
You can make money with Chat GPT.
One way you can make money with GPTs is put calls to action in the GPT itself. So let's say you've got a consulting business. Let's say you got a consulting business about helping people write their business plans. You could do essentially exactly what I just did. Put a GPT together that will help someone write their own business plan. And then put into the instructions, periodically throughout the conversation, say, hey, if this is overwhelming or confusing to you, reach out to me and you can hire me to help you do this. And then put your link in there to your site. You could also do that with affiliate links. You could have it design patterns, and maybe someone could use those patterns on print on demand And then you put your affiliate link for the print-on-demand company where you just tell someone to download their pattern that they made, click on your link to go to print on demand, and then go buy whatever shit they want to buy. And then you get a commission every time they do that. You can do it like that. I've also seen people that are putting the link to their GPT behind a paywall, right? So you could say, hey, I've built a GPT that's been trained on all this specific data, and I took a lot of time to make it not suck, and here's a cool video about it. And maybe here's a mini version of it you can play with, but what the mini version is missing is all this other cool shit. And if you want the cool shit version, then you pay me $20. So there's ways that you can navigate the monetization thing right now, but right now you can't just sell it. There's no way to lock it down. Anyone using your GPT has to have GPT-4. They have to have Chat GPT Plus subscription to be able to use it. And if your thought is like, well, isn't that kind of fucked up? Doesn't that kind of limit the audience to who could use these things? Yes. Back to rule number 1 about the stage we're in AI. All of this stuff is janky pieces of shit. It's going to get better. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be building these. You should be building these. You should be getting this experience. You should understand what it's like to be able to speak a sophisticated application into existence. It's fucking magical. Sorry, Pate, it is. It's not magic. It's magical. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. All right. I hope that answered some people's questions. We still have a big old pile of people in here. Let me let you get out to your lives, to your beds. Hopefully you're nodding off and you've drifted in and out a couple of times tonight. I was all over the place tonight, but whatever. What are you gonna do? I came in here with the intention of having some clarity and focus, but it's what you get with the neurospice. Just the prefrontal cortex tonight was like, nah. Yeah. It's like I've got like fish flippers up here, and sometimes they do this, but occasionally it's just like me. That was tonight. So I hope you found it valuable, you weirdos, hanging out on a Sunday night listening to an old man talk about whatever the fuck we talked about tonight. You did a lot tonight. Thanks. You're welcome, Silver Fox, of course. All right. Despite specific instructions, my GPT makes up different things each time. Yes, that is one of the things. So one of the art of prompting these GPTs is getting them to behave consistently. Here's the thing, Karen. Even when you get it to behave predictably, you try it again in 2 weeks and it'll be all over the place again. And sometimes it has to do with like OpenAI is like upgrading their system. So they take down entire banks of servers to upgrade those servers. And then the service just gets really shitty. It won't make images. It fails on whatever it's called, code interpreter. It's just a mess sometimes. And you should still be building and trying it. Are you here every night? I am here. Rustic Farm Life. 8 o'clock Mountain most nights. This Tuesday. Oh, by the way, this Tuesday night is the AI Salon. We have a really interesting guy who works at Google now, used to work at Pixar, has been doing AI stuff for a while, has got lots of really interesting things he's going to talk about and show. So that's Tuesday night. You should come to that. 5 to 7, you can get information at the AI Salon. Thesalon.ai will take you there. I love tonight. I'm happy with Neurospice. That's good because I don't I don't have a backup, and this is the only brain I brought. So I try to keep it entertaining, if unfocused. But thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that. Have Chat GPT write you an outline. All right, Clint Copperhead, everyone, irregulars and mods present, let's see, turtles, hedgehogs, llamas, kangaroos, squirrels, or chipmunks winged something, camels, bunnies, and some shapes my old eyes just can't see any details on. So some sort of gray blobs. Those are the animals from the AI Learning Lab Zoo, which there are many. And I bet one of those are raccoons. Pate, finally you can get someone from Google to talk about AI to your people. Exactly, Pate. Actually, Pate, it might be fun. Might be fun to have you. I don't know if you'd be interested, but it might be fun to do a little behind the scenes geeking out on some stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. We can set you up for a session for the salon. I think that could be interesting. Talking about I don't know, like how this shit works or why it works or just like let it be geeky. So if you want to do that, let me know. I'm interested. No idea what I would cover. Okay, so let's talk, Pate. We can brainstorm what to cover. I think we can come up with something fun. I mean, listen, if nothing else, like doing a session on that short piece you wrote on what's the difference between a CPU, a GPU, and a TPU, and making that accessible and understandable. That could be one. But let's have a conversation. We can brainstorm ideas. I think that could be fun. All right. Oh, confused bubbles. Life's tough. It's tough for everyone stupid. Confused between. Shit. Where did that go? Copilot, Chat GPT, Copilot, and something. What was that? Can someone find that comment where someone said they were confused? I can't find it now. Ask AI. You could ask AI, but I can tell you. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the deep description, but basically, you've got GPT-4 is the underlying model that has all the knowledge in it, and then you got Chat GPT is an application here that OpenAI wrote. Microsoft Copilot is an application here. Confused between Copilot, Microsoft 365. Okay. So if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, that's Microsoft's version of ChatGPT. To further confuse things, if you go to bing.com/chat, Bing Chat is exactly the same thing. Microsoft's version of ChatGPT, but now they're calling it Copilot. To confuse things further, Microsoft is rolling the Copilot brand out across all of their products. So within GitHub, which programmers use, there's GitHub Copilot, which is a programming tool. Within their CRM Dynamics, there's now Copilot. Within Azure Cloud Services, there's now Copilot. Within Office 365, there's now Copilot. So it's basically all of them are ChatGPT-like services inside all of their applications. But copilot.microsoft.com is a standalone thing. But Microsoft is betting big on generative AI as being fully integrated across all of what they do. It's why they invested $10 billion. Would you have a Neurolink, Kyle, if you could have one embedded? No. But not because I wouldn't think it was cool or powerful. I mean, I think it's going to go for accessibility issues, things like paralysis and, brain injuries and things like that. I think it needs to go there first anyway. So, I don't think it's a casual thing. There's also, there's technology. If you pay attention to the Vision Pro from Apple, well, actually, you can go look it up. Go look up the retinal or the iris analysis they're doing in the Vision Pro. It's insane. So they're doing so in the Vision Pro goggles from Apple, there's 4 cameras pointing at your eyes. So they're obviously looking at where you're looking because that's the interface. You look at icons, and then if you stare at it, it highlights it, and then outside of the thing, you do this with your fingers, and other cameras see that, and that's how you click it. What they're doing is not only are they looking at where you're looking, they're looking at the micro contractions of your iris, and they're measuring your emotional response to what you're about to look at. So they can tell before you look at the thing that you're going to click on it because of the shit your eyes do. So they start preloading the application that you're about to click on before you even know it so that it's more responsive. So they're doing something without a brain implant that is absolutely in the same territory as what Musk is doing with Neuralink with the implants. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of years and just see how good the external, because we might be in a stage where you just put on a baseball cap and it's got enough sensors on it that it effectively does all the shit that Neuralink does without the surgery. So that's what I'm going to go with. But I'm not against it. It's just that I think there's technology coming that we're not gonna need the surgery. So anyway, all right, I gotta go, people. Holy shit, it's 10:45. I'm gonna be in the doghouse when I get out there. Champy and I are gonna be sleeping together tonight. If they are measuring iris pupils, how would this work for someone who's blind? Obviously, they wouldn't. It wouldn't. But I don't know that someone who's blind would use the Vision Pro goggles, right? I mean, yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think they could. There would probably be other accessibility devices for them. In fact, like something like the Rabbit R1 could be interesting for someone with vision impairment, right? Because you can just push the button and talk, and that's going to get better and better and better. So we'll see. All right, everybody. Doghouse Images coming in Show and Tell. Let's take a quick trip to Show and Tell and just see what damage has been done over in the Show and Tell. There's my Blue Ocean Builder. Is there new stuff in here? No. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's my llama Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. There you go. That's the world we're stepping into, people. Oh, this is the Cafe Kerouac that does comedy and coffee. Kyle Power. We are driving a Ferrari. We are driving an AI Model T right now. The Ferrari is coming. It's so true. All right, everybody. Keep your day job. Groovy. Good night, Danielle. Thank you so much. All right, let me do this little here romper room thing I like so much. Marina, she recalls tech. Good night, good night. Share Bear, good to see you. Joy Purdy, thank you as always. Cosmic Lover, good to see you. Steve-O, happy day. He's already in Monday. He's down under. Down under, they live in the future. Joker, good to see you. Silver Fox, good to see you. I'm Human Being. Robert Rossi, as always, thank you for your generosity. It's amazing. Debbie, you're awesome, Kyle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Pate Motter, good to see you, Sire. Sleep well, Irregulars. I agree. Have a good one, Irregulars. You're awesome. You're amazing. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the subscribers. All right. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. It is Sunday night. Tomorrow, TGIM. And then Tuesday's the salon meeting. So this will be later on Tuesday because I've got a salon. But come to the salon. It's going to be an interesting one. And then we've got Kelly Bosch on February 13th. And that's going to be amazing. Her work's beautiful. We already have GPT-5 down under. Yeah, I wish you did. That'd be nice to see. Hey, Kyle, it's me from Israel. Nice. Hello, Eli. What's happening? Good to see you. Mr. IT, goodbye. All right, everybody. Peace out. See you tomorrow.